It's called EPIC, the Exotic Pet Industry Conference, and it's free to register at epic.live. EPIC is over 20 special guests across 16 sessions covering industry trends, marketing, branding, podcasting, and YouTube. EPIC is for pet keepers and breeders. It's for gecko and invert lovers. It's for snake and spider lovers. EPIC is for anyone who enjoys these amazing animals. Did I mention it's free? Register now at epic.live.
Texoma Exotics presents Not Another Reptile podcast.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hi, good evening, good evening.
How's it going, ladies?
Great.
Oh man, it's going great. I don't know where Tyler's at, but
That just means he's busy.
Yeah, we're down a toxic ball. Don't know where he is.
He'll drop when you least expect it.
that's great.
That doesn't count as a joke.
Sweet.
Right, so what do you got in store for us tonight, Holly? Oh, look at the incubator. Oh yeah, tell us about the incubator. You got it all lit up and everything?
Got it lit up. I've got the heat tape in there. We're waiting on some fans. I got the thermostat, and so just waiting on the fans, and then we'll be able to, and then just waiting on eggs. So it looks great. I like it.
Nice.
I love it. And you people seeing it just in the comments, it looks just kind of purplish or whatever. It's actually red, white, and blue, the same as her logo. So
Yay.
Nice.
awesome.
It's actually 4th of July lights that you can put up in the windows at your house. So.
Absolutely. What's up,
Very good.
Sammy? How is it going?
Hey,
Mr.
Sue.
James Perry, what's up? He usually gets number 1, but he got number 2 today. Looky here. Hope everybody is doing well.
Doing well.
You too.
Thank you, Steve.
Casey.
What's going on, Casey?
Miss Tara, how are you doing,
Sarah, how's
ma'am?
it going?
Mr. Mike, I hope you're doing better, Mike. We miss you so much. Can't wait for you to be able to come back in and have fun with us, dude. I hope you're feeling better.
Wow, 100%.
So we have a very special guest. Seen, we become friends on TikTok. Awesome guy. And I'm just going to bring him out. Rafael.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How's it going?
Happy
How are
to
you
be
doing?
here. I'm doing great. Thank
We're
you.
happy. So he's coming to us all the way from Georgia, but actually even further than that, Brazil. That's awesome. That's where he originates from. And he has an amazing story. And we're just going to let him. Well, first of all, we're going to let Travis start off his, I don't even know what you want to call it anymore. And here we go.
Well, first of all, they're not always tasteless, and I'm not sure how factual this stuff is because it's an AI search. So who the hell knows, right? We're not being held to any kind of legal standard, so I can say whatever the hell I want. Anyway, so I was doing a search to try to find out what snake had the largest hemipenes. And turns out I kind of drew a 0 on that one. I know rattlesnakes are pretty big, and they've got some pretty interesting barbs on their hemipenes, but unfortunately it kept coming up with the largest venom glands. So we're going to start there. So we're going to do it. Sorry, Holly, I know you're excited about the hemipenes, but
I know, right? So I was thinking, anaconda before you said venomous. So
yeah, well, I mean, any snake. I mean, it would make sense that the bigger snake has the bigger hemipenes.
right.
But sometimes you'll be surprised.
Yeah, sometimes you're surprised.
And you can't even measure by the foot size, right?
That's right. You got to measure to see what the hemipene size is. So anyway, I like where you guys are at with this. It's a lot of fun, but unfortunately, I couldn't find too much on large hemipenes. So we're going to start with largest venom glands, which is not nearly as much fun, but interesting nonetheless. So we're going to go around the square here because we're missing our toxic ball, and we'll get some votes on what's what. Or I shouldn't say votes, but you guys give me your best guesses. And I think since Tyler's not here, we'll have to start with Holly. Holly, what snake has the largest venom glands?
So Stan, venom glands, it's not a gopher snake. I know that for sure. There we
And I
go.
would say this
I think
has
that was
to
about the
be-
heavy beans.
Gaboon. It has to be the gaboon. That's my love. That's my favorite. So I'm going to go with Stan here and say the gaboon viper.
All right. And I would say, to clarify my understanding when I read the description, it's percentage of the total body of the snake.
Okay.
So, if you had an anaconda with teeny weeny venom glands compared to the size of its body, those are probably a lot bigger than any other snakes.
I know spinners are critters, but let me swallow my coffee before you keep going.
All right, you go ahead and swallow. Jamie, what do you think? What
Well,
snake?
because Holly said the gaboon viper, I'm going to go with the king cobra.
King Cobra. I think those are two
They're big.
really good guesses, and those were guesses that popped up in my head. And Rafael, you can't pick either one of those. You got to pick a third one.
Damn it. Coral snake. No, I'm just kidding. Rhino, just because it's the closest one. Like, I would pick the gaboon, but since I cannot, I'll go with the rhino viper.
Okay. So when I did this research, I thought for certain either the Gaboon Viper or the King Cobra. King Cobras are known to have huge venom glands. They pump a ton of venom into their victims, right? Their venom is not, it's obviously it's a cobra, so it's potent, but comparatively speaking, not as potent as a lot of other cobras, but they make up for that with just the sheer volume that they inject. Same thing with the Gaboon Viper. They've got huge venom glands. I mean, it shapes their whole head. They got huge fangs. But it turns out neither one of those snakes have the largest.
Wow.
And Rafael, you should have went with coral snake because the blue coral snake
Really?
is known for having the largest venom glands of any snake. And they extend a significant portion of its body length, which is an extremely unique trait among snakes.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm going to give it to Raphael, though, because that was
No, I back out of it. It was
Funny.
just a joke.
So unfortunately, no one gets any non-redeemable points from Python Suzy.
No more forged coins.
Nope, no more fake
Wrong
points.
show.
And so I got one more here that I don't know if I believe this. This is a little surprising to me. But the world's first known captively bred snakes were what?
garden snakes.
Dang it, Holly, it's out of my head.
She picks garden snakes for everything. What's the world's
Where?
largest salamander? The garden snake.
It's one of the two, bull snake or garden snake.
What do you think, Jamie?
I'll say corn snake. I don't know.
Corn snake? Rafael, what do you think?
Depends on where you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It depends on where you're talking about.
I would say boa constrictors, Brazil.
Okay, so according to my AI search, and I said I don't necessarily believe this, Dr. Robert Stroud, a herpetologist, bred the first snakes, which were albino gopher snakes, in 1947, proving out the genetics of albinism.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
wow.
see, I should have said ball pythons because African tribes were captively, having them as they
Yeah,
were breeding them. I should have said ball pythons. They were definitely being captive bred way before that.
Yeah, this was 1947, and I refuse to believe that was the first time somebody bred
Yeah.
snake.
Maybe a scientist.
Right.
Yeah, I would have to
Maybe,
go. I
yeah,
have
maybe
to go with
it's
Holly.
documented in a white paper or some shit.
Yeah, I think people have been like keeping it home in their garage in a tank or like in a box. Like in Brazil, people would keep like snakes in wooden boxes, just
Yeah.
like they were anything, vipers and
Yeah, I got a feeling folks were breeding snakes way before then. I mean, I'm sure The ancient Egyptians were breeding cobras
That
to
was my thought.
bite people with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Extract the venom to poison other people.
Yeah, that's right. So I'd say that AI search is a.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
If I
so-
debunk my own stuff, that's okay, right? If I'm like, hey, I think this is garbage.
You thought it was still good enough to bring to the show and waste our time with. So thank you.
Yeah, we did chat about it a little bit. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
So do we need to change the
Tasteless is also
questions?
useless. Say that again?
Do we need to change your intro into Travis's waste of time questions? AI questions.
Whatever. Yeah, if people don't know that by now, then I don't know what they've been watching.
I'm disappointed that you couldn't come up with the hemipenes. Like you've got homework now.
Yeah, I'm disappointed too, Jamie. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on that. By the way, my wife suggested that search.
I know. I think I gotta meet your wife. She sounds like a ton of fun. Like we need to meet her.
And then the
Tyler's
first thing,
dad and your wife.
Yep.
so I talked to her, and the episode that we talked about, the people behind the scenes, right, where we'd have like Tyler's dad and your husbands and my wife, have them all on the show. She's down for it. She's shy, she's Asian, but Asians can be shy except for Will. Will's not shy at all.
It's not shy at all.
So anyway, enough about me. Let's get to Rafael and his stories.
Well, hang on. We've got one more deal to do.
Oh, that's right. We do.
So these jokes come along with the fact of their own. So my sons let me know that March 10th was Chuck Norris's birthday. And so I've brought Chuck Norris one-liners to the show today.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So I've got a few of them. All right. So Chuck Norris once ate a Rubik's Cube and pooped it out solved. They loved that one. They thought that one was
that's
hilarious. Fact. The flu gets a Chuck Norris shot every year.
Yep.
Didn't know if you knew that. Okay. The Dead Sea was alive before Chuck Norris swam in it.
That's right.
Also a little known fact. Chuck Norris doesn't. Oh, wait, I don't like that one. And then Chuck Norris starred in Star Wars. He was the Force. And finally, Chuck Norris doesn't flush the toilet. He scares the shit out of it. There you go.
That was a good one.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Oh, I love
I
that.
need like a da-da-sh at the end of mine. Just saying.
You need to get what is the thing where you bang
A
it?
dong.
A dong. Gong, not a dong, a gong.
A gong, but a dong. Same thing. You knew what I was talking about. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Jamie?
So, Rafael, we're going to start with questions now, and I'm sure chat's going to have good questions for you, Jamie, Travis. Feel free to go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, your company's name, where everybody can find you at, and then we can go from there.
So as you guys can see on the little thing, I'm a Rafael. I started Boids RS officially in 2002. I registered as a LLC. I've been breeding reptiles since 1999. When I was a teenager, Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons, boas, and I'm a veterinarian. I moved to the US in 2013. I've been living here for 12 years now. Happily a citizen now. I focus mostly on, I breed some boas. I have some pet projects, have 5 boas. But my main focus is on ball pythons. I love all the morphs, everything that you can get. Like if you get the right mixtures. I'm a lot into the albino recessives. What I mean by albino, I have monarch, I have ultramel, I have rainbow, I have some candy that I want to put into sunset. What else? I think that's it as far as albinos. I have a lot of projects in clown, sunset, hypo, and my goal is to mix all together. Like I want my projects to intertwine. and I can't even tell you enough like how much I love all the morphs on ball pythons. A lot of people go into hognose snakes. I think they're cute, but they're not my thing. So I never wanted to go into just to diversify. Like I would like to diversify if I have a passion for the animals. Like my dream animal that I had before in Brazil is the Amazon basin tree boa, the emerald Amazon basin. This is my animal. Like if I could, I would have like 30, but then I would have to probably get another mortgage in my house. But I love them. I love their personality, like how like calm they are compared to the Corallus caninus. But I love tree boas in general, Amazon tree boas and all of that. But it requires a lot of space. The beauty of the ball pythons, I love them, and we can confine them in smaller spaces because they do pretty well. I don't even have my boas in tubs because being semi-arboreal, I don't condemn anybody that has them in tubs, but I have mine. The smallest enclosure that I have is a 4x2x2 for the boas, and I think they do pretty well. They like to climb on branches and all of that. And this is a 6-footer for my big 8-foot girl. Basically, I started my journey here in the U.S. I stopped breeding when I graduated from college, and then I started a job in another state in Brazil. Then I met my wife. We moved here in 2013. She never liked reptiles. She didn't want anything to do with reptiles. And one time I took her to a reptile show. She got a blue tongue skink. She fell in love. And she started seeing the snakes. And I was like, oh, what about if we can get a snake? And she was like, no way. You bring one snake here and I'm out of this house. So I'm 50 now.
So that was motivation to bring the snake, huh?
Exactly.
Oh,
It's a challenge, right? I love challenges. So we got our first in 2019 is when we got our first ball python, which was a banana. And he's still here with us. He's the pet.
See, Holly, there's nothing wrong with banana.
Travis.
Bananas. So that's it. I'm much involved. I tell people that I have 2 full-time jobs. I would say sometimes the snakes is more than a full-time job. I breed my own rodents. I have a shed that is fully finished, drywall and everything, air conditioning. And when I first started, I was buying rodents. And let me tell you guys, $500 a week is not fun.
No,
Yeah.
it's not fun.
And I swear to my wife, I'll never breed rodents.
Yeah, that's what I
Don't
said.
trust me. Don't trust me. So it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. My rodent bill went from $500 a week to $600 or $700 a month in feed and shavings. I'm completely self-sufficient. Sometimes I sell some rodents, which helps a little bit.
Do you just do Norwegian?
Yes, I have mice too, but mostly Norwegian. Like we cannot have soft fur in here.
Okay.
So that's a shame. Eventually, I want to move to the mountains in North Carolina when I finish paying for this house in the next 10 years. I'm probably gonna buy the property first. I want a small house, 10 acres, and then I can have anything that I want.
Tennessee is nice too. We don't have any state income tax.
Actually, the Tennessee is another option.
Yeah.
The reason why I picked North Carolina was more like I like the landscape, but Tennessee is not out of the table. It's a very Republican country, but not getting to politics. I'm done right here. So
Yeah.
Tennessee is still an option.
Tennessee actually has a lot of amazing breeders there.
Yes.
I know.
They're all there. Our whole
Yeah.
Patreon is from damn Tennessee.
I know, right?
Leaders from Tennessee.
And I'm out here in Idaho.
Plus, just like Georgia, is the temperatures are not as bad, so you have a wider range of months that you can ship animals. I suffer pretty much here with the dry weather with winter, so I have to have the humidifier in one of the rooms 24/7. I have 2 breeding rooms. One is, both of them in the basement, but one is in the far back of the house, like in the front of the house, right underneath it, and I get a lot of humidity in there. But the one that is in the back of the house, it gets to the 20s if I don't put the humidifier, so it's bad.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I hear you. I'm out here in East Idaho, which is I'm at 4,700 feet, but I'm kind of at a plateau, and it's considered high desert. And so, like right now, our humidity is at like 29%. And so I run a humidifier in my room now too, as well. I can get it up to 40% with the one humidifier, but I'm still misting every day, to keep
what I do is every time I clean the tubs, I dump a little bit of water, even misting right where the heat the heat source is. I put right there where they stay. I dump a little bit of water because it helps them. Because even with misting and humidifier, sometimes I get stuck shed if I don't do that. So the cocoa gets dry like pretty fast.
It does.
So
if I miss a day, it gets pretty dry in the tub.
So you said you're a veterinarian. What do you
Yes,
expect
ma'am.
in?
So this is a funny story. When I first decided like what was gonna be my my specialization, let's put it this way, my core, I was gonna go with exotic birds because I had I actually had a business selling exotic birds, toucans, cockatoos, macaws, parrots, and then that's what I wanted to go. And I had a class like one. I even had my ticket bought. Was gonna be in Florida, and I had everything set up like in a giant exotic birds clinic. And I had a class with small ruminants like basically sheep and goats and all of that. And my professor went to desk to desk and was asking, so why you guys want to specialize in? And I was like, oh, exotic birds and this and that. And he looked at me, that's pretty amazing, but that's bullshit. Like, how many people do you think they're gonna go to you like with parrots? And we're in Brazil, like people rather like let them die than take them to a vet sometimes. So because we that's what one of the parts that was heartbreaking to me, that I didn't want to go with small animal practice, cats and dogs, was because people are heartless. Like some owners, they would do anything for the dogs. And I'm not talking about class of like if you're poor or rich. Some people, they don't care. If it was going to cost something, they just like leave the animal there. So I decided not to go that route. So I ended up asking him like, so what should I do? He's like, oh, you should go into the animal industry because people have to eat. So if you want to make money, work in the food industry, and then you can have as many parrots as you want. So I started working for a chicken company, a chicken producer. And then I was like in procurement, like for the feed mill of that company, and I decided to move to the US in 2011. So after all the planning and everything, moved to the US, and I'm working now as a quality assurance manager for a food company. So we export any kind of protein, frozen proteins, pork, beef, chicken, seafood. We do some dairy too, frozen French fries. I travel all over the world, visiting plants, US-wise. And I was telling Holly on the backstage, when I visit Billy at Mutation Creation, that was actually a business trip that I had the chance to visit him. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
I
Nice.
still haven't got to visit Billy yet. I hope to do it this year with Sammy. We're planning on everything, but how did you like it up there in Canada?
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's different because I was first in Montreal, which is the French side of the country, to visit another supplier. That's where all the pork industry is on that side of the country. And then I had a chicken supplier that I visit in Toronto, so it was pretty much easier to communicate in there since I don't speak any French. But people were pretty super nice. I can't even tell you, like, Billy, like what you see on the show, that's him in person, like all the energy, and he's an amazing guy. The facility is super cool. Like, you have to look up to see the last row of racks,
Yeah.
like the tubs, because like he has this fixed stairs that he keeps pushing with like the step ladder that with casters that go from side to side. Love his animals, love his energy. So was pretty good. I recommend, like, and if you go for, people say when I travel, it's like, oh, that must be awesome. I see airports, hotels, and plants.
Yeah.
Usually, like, I don't have time for leisure. So, but to be honest, if you go for like tourism, it's pretty cool. It's a very beautiful country.
Did you go home with a Billy snake?
One, you can't, and I didn't have a lot of time. I spent probably 4 hours with them in there. So I was looking at some animals, doing some shooting of the animals that interest me, and we had lunch together, and then I had to leave. So Jeff was pretty cool. He was one of the guys that worked with him. He took me to the airport, so
Jeffy?
that was pretty nice.
Is that who you're talking about, Jeffy?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So
Yeah,
how high up does he go? Because I remember him talking about trying to get
I think
a
it
lot
goes 15 high on the
Hi.
40 cities, 15 high.
Jeez.
I go 11 and I struggle, but I mean, I don't use any step ladders. I'm 6'1", but I struggle to get to the last row. But it's nice, but at the same time, every time I was watching his videos before I went there, it would give me anxiety. Like him, Brian Barczyk, that just like seeing all of. I know they have people that help them, but just like I still have nightmares when I was breeding my own snakes in Brazil that I forgot that I have one in one of the enclosures and I haven't fed the snake. So like I couldn't even imagine like having all of those, and but
Yeah,
pretty
got
well
me
taken
good
care. Yep.
That's how I keep track of mine.
that's right. Get it, Jamie.
That's right.
Yeah, I asked him, like, I'm waiting to jump on the Husbandry Pro. Right now, I have Excel spreadsheets and masking tape. I actually bought 4-inch masking tape, which I track all the pairings.
Yes,
Please
it's a blue painter's tape.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay,
Mhm.
so if you'll right down here in the bottom right-hand corner, Texoma 60, you can get a 60-day free trial of Husbandry Pro, any level. So you can get on there, try it out, and it's not going to cost you anything. You don't even have to put in a credit card.
What I'm waiting for is that they're going to release the new interface. I didn't use it. I opened the app and I looked through it. And the first time that I did, which was like 2 or 3 years ago, so it was kind of cumbersome. I know that they came a long way, but they say that the new interface is going to be amazing. So I want to start from scratch. So I'm just waiting, and they're about to release it. So I'm going to wait, but for sure, like I can't like with the amount of animals that I have, it's pretty tough.
You know, I mean, I have ADHD, and you know, even with like 20 animals, I have to go back and look.
And it's
That's
great
why-
being able to put multiple species in there. Now that we've got ball pythons and we've got a Stinson's python and corn snakes, it's really nice just to have the multiple species.
And Travis will contact you if he's getting a snake from you multiple times, wanting to know what genetics it is.
But
You kept telling me, and geez, I just kept forgetting. What the hell did she say that was?
You know, it's a banana. It's coming from Holly. It's got to have a
I
banana.
kept thinking it was a banana. I did. I kept thinking it was banana, and I was like, but wait, oh, Holly's getting rid of it because it is a banana.
No.
Is it a banana?
What's up, Mike? Okay, I'm hating on y'all right now.
It's funny because even getting Husbandry Pro, I'll never get rid of the masking tape just because I think it's just because of my ADHD. It's the visual aid. Like I'm seeing that female last time was 22 and I put my eyes in there is in 22 and I know that I have to pair. And I can't show you, but basically I have a lot of different magnets. For example, orange magnet means it needs a pairing. Lilac magnet means they're ready to be ultrasound. Red magnet means they haven't fed, like they refuse feed. So if I have like 4 magnets, that's when I put on the Excel spreadsheet. So 4 weeks without feeding. So I either change the bedding or I put a hide in there, or I put a male if it's a female. Even though I don't want to breed that female, I get a lock just to get them back into food.
So
I need the visual aid.
Yeah, me too.
Visual aid is where I turn to Jamie and her husband for the tags. They do 3D printing. Love their stuff. I help design a little bit on the side if she needs something. And I'm with you. I have to have that visual aid.
And it's like this is like what when they're on mice is like the white. Like I have like when they're in shed, so I keep the humidity like and the blue ones is when I have a male. I put on the right side of their name tag if they're breeding males, and if the male is with the female, I just put on the top of I just put the blue magnet on the top of her name tag. I have blue. I have the broader printer. Do you know like the little thermal transfer? So I have blue. I bought like collared ones. So I have the blue one for males, and I have like the red one for females. So to me, it works. It works awesome.
That's right.
I'm going to take a quick break and do the sponsor video, guys, and we'll be right back.
If you need to accelerate your breeding plans, use Charlie at Grey Rider Reptiles for fast and reliable shed testing services. His testing services offer both speed and accuracy, ensuring that you receive dependable results in a timely manner. As a valued customer, he is happy to offer you a 15% discount on your purchase. Visit www.shedtesting.com and use code TEXOMA15 during checkout to take advantage of the offer. Limit of 2 uses per customer.
Meet Sammy, a ball python breeder with a specialty in the pipe project. When you meet him, don't be shy to ask questions about his snakes, as he loves to share his knowledge and experience with others. He is a friendly and approachable guy who is always happy to chat with fellow reptile enthusiasts. Whether you are a seasoned snake breeder or just starting out, Sammy is the perfect person to connect with if you are interested in the pipe project. So keep a lookout for that hot pink shirt.
Python Suzy. He's been professionally fondling pythons since April 2024. Before that, it was just for fun. He has balls and golans, and soon he'll have dwarf Burmese pythons in his collection. He loves dark clowns, leopards, and long walks on the beach with sunsets. He thinks orange dream and blackhead are salt and pepper on a good steak. Hit him up. He'll talk about just about anything.
If you need to.
Sorry.
Now you have to charge twice for a 2-time advertise.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to update my ad now. I got more snakes.
I love that. That's cool, dude. So I actually found you on TikTok. Can you tell us your journey about your TikTok account?
I'm not gonna lie. I did not have a TikTok before thinking of the business. Just because, just like Travis said, I have ADHD. So if I get into the doom scrolling, I'm gonna be 3 hours on that thing looking at meaningless things that I don't have time already. So
Yeah.
I try to be away from social media as much as I can when it comes to scrolling, consuming media. And I'm trying more to post a little bit of my animals, like the animals that I like the most, or clutches. What I do is basically just a trick for you guys. If you have a egg cutting and you have like a top down and you're showing your animals, you can basically turn your video to 9:16 instead of 16:9, just a format for TikTok. And you can edit and put cuts in between the animals, so you have content like to show people, like it's like a quick content that you don't have to think much about. It takes a little bit of work, but not as much as a full-time video that you have to edit and think through. Like, you already have the content, you just have to edit. I try to be as consistent as I can, but as I told you, like two full-time jobs sometimes, and I have to have time with my family, take my son to soccer, and so pretty much all my time. I don't have weekends. I try to make some time for my family, but it's 24/7. Let's put it this way. Sometimes I finish everything at 3 a.m. and I have to wake up at 6, and I have to. Since I travel a lot, my wife says I don't know how you do it. Like, you don't sleep. She's like, if I don't sleep 8 to 9 hours a day, I'm dead. I was like, I don't have another option. And I love this thing. So like, after I get out of work, I get down to the basement, and that's like my mind. I can take my mind out of problems. I'm dealing with the animals. I'm weighing the animals, pictures, and doing the pairings and looking for eggs. And so I love it.
So how many ball python clutches have you had just 2025?
For 2025, I had one that I cut in January that was laid was late November. I think it was late November. So I had that clutch, and I have 2 in the incubator now. I have 2 gravid females, possibly 3. I have a lot of females on the teens as far as follicle development, and I had probably 15 that are on the 20s. I haven't got this year. I haven't got anybody that reabsorbed already. I had quite a few that was on the 27, 8, and they just.
Yeah, I did the same thing this last year.
And I was like, oh God, why? Like, I dread when I open the tub and you have a female that's at 20 something and she's looking at you, food. I was like, no, you don't want food, please.
Yeah. So, we were kind of talking backstage. You love the hurricane like me, and the cypress. And that really excited me about you, because cypress, it's worked, but it's not worked a lot.
No. I think there's a lot of things that can be done with cypress. This past year, I bought him in 2023. The male is just a cypress clown, no other incomplete dominance. I put him to a red stripe phantom head clown, and I got 3 clowns. I got 1 phantom clown male. I got a cypress red stripe male, and I got a cypress red stripe phantom female. So those were the 3 visual clowns. Actually, let me show if you guys want to see it. The actual non-visual is pretty cool if you guys haven't seen cypress and red stripe interacting.
You can show off anything you want to show off.
Grab a rainbow while you're up, please. I love this thing.
Oh, he has rainbow.
I want rainbow so bad. That's
Putting our order in.
Too many dang recessives as it is.
I saw a cypress special fire at Tinley.
Oh, nice.
It was a clown. Hulker's Herps had it. It was pretty nice. I was going to go get that snake if they didn't have the Sanzinia that I was hoping for.
Mm,
That's awesome.
So,
Travis seen a lot of good stuff in Tinley.
yeah.
So these are the exact same snakes. One is visual, and the other one is just a hat. Oh my god, my camera is so washed out. She's like very yellow and brown, so it's showing like very muted colors.
Okay.
But this is the visual, the Cypress red stripe phantom,
Ooh,
and this is he's so awesome.
Oh,
look at
that's
that. Look,
adorable.
This is the hat. Like, look at all the granite on the
Wow.
sides,
you see
and
pinstripe in there
I
too.
think I like that one better.
It's so much
yeah,
fun
that's what
that
I'm
sometimes
saying.
the hats are better. That is such a really cool looking snake.
I mean, I love the interaction of red stripe, and that's why a lot of people thought that red stripe and Cypress were allylic, just because of how the interaction looked like, but it was proven to be not. So you can still produce red stripe cypresses on
They
the
just have a
same
strong reaction with each
clutch.
other.
I mean, it always looked like monsoonish.
Yeah,
That's what I was
absolutely.
gonna say. Like it's either monsoon or pinstripe, like
Exactly.
crazy.
And to be honest, I like monsoon, but I've been dealing with Burmese pythons since the early 2000s, and we had the granite Burmese pythons. So they don't excite. They're beautiful, but they do not excite me as much, because so far nobody found, besides color, nobody found anything that can disrupt the pattern. You just mute the pattern. So Stranger was a bummer for monsoon. Like, it just like washed out the entire pattern, and I don't think I'm gonna work with monsoon. I have enough recessives. Like, I have hypo, clown, all the albinos, as I said. I have pieds, clown pieds. So I don't need another recessive. You don't have to work everything.
You
If
don't.
I could have monsoon, I would put cypress to it, number one, and then probably like a blade or something that's really gonna mess with it.
But even what I think is, like, to me, even the clown monsoon, the monsoon cloud to me just makes the monsoon a little bit better and clown a little bit worse. I'm being honest, like, that's my opinion. I don't want people to think the way that I think, but pretty much it doesn't do much. So why are you gonna waste resources? Like, I don't have 20 racks that I can just like put animals in this. Oh, this didn't work. Oh, that didn't work. Or like, so I prefer to do things that are more visual appealing. So that's why I like a lot of the T positive albinos, because look at the sunset. People hate on the sunset. Look at the sunset ultramel. That thing is neon. Like, it's like it's amazing. So I want to do the same thing with Monarch and see how it goes. I recently got a red stripe Monarch hat clown from Justin, and I have a pastel Monarch hat pie. Those are my two males, and then I have hat females that I'm working with. So I'm pretty excited about the future of Monarch. Maybe at Cypress, I think it's gonna look amazing. Like, get a Cypress clown, Monarch clown.
Mhm.
I went to Justin. I saw the Dark Knight, and I put it on my TikTok. That animal was. It actually looked like Yoo-hoo. Like, the colors was like the chocolate yellow from the Yoo-hoo logo. So
Nice.
it was pretty cool.
You say
yeah.
Yoo-hoo. I'm looking for Jeremy in the chat. It like kind of summons him, but he didn't pop in.
So
Yeah,
did you mention why you went to TikTok for your social media?
So I have TikTok, I have YouTube, and I have Instagram. So I basically, what I do for the 3 platforms, I do full length videos for YouTube, and then I get the same video that I use for TikTok, I use on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. And I change the song because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't have the same songs. And YouTube is very picky when you do shorts. When you want to use songs, you can't go past 1 minute.
Yeah.
Right.
And then if you use your own song, that if it's copyrighted, they give you a copyrighted strike and they remove your video. So you have to go with less
gotta
than a
use
minute
theirs.
or
Yeah.
No, interesting.
so. One thing that I would like to tell people, a lot of people are discouraged right now. And what I would say is don't give up. Like I worked so hard, and my wife was like, one day she was like, she really support me. Like she builds all the rodent, like the new tubs with the shavings, and she leaves everything ready for me to. She's amazing. And
Yay!
What's up, Jeremy?
I tell you, it like summons him. He just hears it. Yoo-hoo!
That's the only thing he drinks at the shows to be able to sell,
oh,
y'all.
what's up, Jeremy? It's funny now because I always see Jeremy and he doesn't see me, and I'm like we're on the other side of the screen now. But it's
John?
hard. It's hard work. It's hard work to breed. So I'll really encourage people to do what they're passionate about. If you're burnout, don't have as many animals. Don't do as many pairings if you don't know what to do with those animals. Just breed what you can, or have as many animals as you can take care of. And if you're not passionate about it and you just want to have some pets, just do it. You don't have to breed animals. I mean, but if you do, don't give up. I mean, the market is going to get better. I think it already got a little bit better. Well, it's tax season, right?
Yeah.
So I saw some more of my animals moving. You have to adjust yourself in pricing if you're not there. Some
Right.
people are still using 2022 prices, and pretty cool. Yeah, I do that as well. Like I'm always listening to podcasts and stuff when I'm ultrasounding, so that's pretty cool.
That's absolutely something I need to do tomorrow, but
Yeah,
who-
Saturday is my
who knows what tomorrow?
Saturday
Yeah.
is my ultrasounding day. I'm currently pairing 60 females. If I can get 60%, 70% clutches, that will be good. I kind of downsized last year because of the market. I was uncertain and all of my workload. So I had 11 clutches last year, and I don't regret, because otherwise I will be totally overwhelmed.
Right.
Because I want to do this as a passion. If I start like burning out, that's not healthy for my relationship with the animals and all of that. So I want to give 100% dedication to the animals, basically.
Absolutely.
No, I can
And it's
understand
hard to
that.
do.
Yeah, exactly. It's very hard to do. So you just have to grind, guys. Just grind it, and you make it. And don't try to follow. I as all of you guys probably did, or most of you guys did. I started buying everything because whatever I saw, it was not about making money. It was what was pretty.
Yeah.
So I would just go on Craigslist. I didn't even know about Morph Market when I first got here. So I would get on Craigslist and trying to get deals. So I got like 5 snakes for $500, and then it's like, what am I gonna do with those snakes now?
Yeah.
And one thing that I was always anal about was quarantining. That's one thing that I told Billy, even when I'm cleaning my own animals, guys, you were sticking your hands in poop, and even though you were cleaning, you go into the next cage and you're using the same glove. I have
Yeah.
those cheap plastic, like restaurant like gloves. Every animal I switch the gloves, because you never know. You can get an RI and it's not asymptomatic, and So I try to avoid. I grab my animals without gloves, but when I'm cleaning, that I'm digging into feces and all of that, I try as hard as I can to not be like touching and just like it's a pain in the butt, but to me is that necessary. Anything that I bring to the home, like if it's a baby, I quarantine for 3 months. Adults, which I don't buy a lot, 6 months.
So important, and people, it's so underrated. I'm like, quarantine everything. It doesn't matter if it's from one of the best breeders in the world. Still quarantine that animal because they can pick up stuff in transit.
And what I tell people, don't mites are the least of your concerns. Like
Yep.
mites, you're gonna treat them, they're gonna be gone, done.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a pain in the butt. I had back in Brazil, like I didn't even know, like we would give like soap baths to remove the mites back in Brazil. We didn't have everything that we have now. So we have the reptile spray. When I bring an animal in, I put like for 2 or 3 weeks, I treat them with the reptile spray just as a preventive. But Cryptosporidium, guys, if you get one animal and you keep touching your animals, it's fatal, and there's no cure for crypto. Zero. Like you have to put down that animal and probably your whole collection. So if you're just starting, get your animals tested. You buy the swabs. I think it's RAL.
Right.
And then you swab your animal, you send it in. It's gonna give you peace of mind, and you don't have the risk of contaminating all of your animals.
Yeah.
I saw this breeder, I forgot his name, but he had like hog noses, and he had to put down his entire collection because of crypto.
Wow.
And you never know, like you're buying an animal, and if can be the best breeder, but if they're bringing new animals from other breeders, you never know what's happening in somebody else's breeding facility. So I cannot stress, as a vet, as a non-practicing vet, I highly advise you to quarantine your animals just for the sake of it. And if it's just mites, usually reptile shows you have the highest risk. It's not that you're gonna get mites, but they're flying there. They have wild caught animals mixed with awesome breeders, and you have to be careful. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
I've got a lot of snakes coming in, and lots of snakes will be in quarantine. Definitely.
Jeremy and his carpet.
Yeah, it's carpets. Everything needs to go in quarantine, though. I mean, everything. And to me, 3 months minimum. And that it's just better for your stuff. So
I mean, it's just preventive, guys. And if you really need to buy an adult male because you have to breed, I would advise not to, especially being adults, because sometimes they build their immune system already, so it takes more time for the symptoms to be present, and it can be tough. Like, thank God I never had like anything like crypto or anything like that, but mites back in the day, that was common. Like ticks, like you would get ball pythons and
What's up,
they will come
son?
with ticks.
Yeah.
It's my son here, Brandon Harris. Oh, I love you, dude. I miss you.
You have to change your logo. I would like to people to, at least if they don't have their logo, have a picture of themselves, so you can connect the name with the face.
He's
You need to see the gangster name.
He's not a breeder. He's actually active military right now. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yep. Cool dude, man. Love this guy. Y'all don't even know.
But let me grab like a few more animals to show you guys some of the
Absolutely.
projects that I'm working on.
Yeah, when I was at Tinley, I was getting introduced to all kinds of people by their regular human names, and I'm like, I need to know what your gangster name is. I have no idea who you are.
Your gangster name.
Yeah.
Everybody, real quick, also, if you want a t-shirt, Python Suzy. I know it's not going to show up really good right now.
I don't have one. What the heck? What's going on?
Because you're not as special as me, Jamie.
I'm not. I don't want a t-shirt anyways. I want a hat.
You just got to ask.
I
gotta
did. I
ask.
want a hat. Can I have a hat, please? And
Yeah,
a
I can have a
sticker.
hat.
I want a hat and a sticker.
Now I
Okay.
have to after this podcast. I'm gonna buy a new webcam because my animals are much darker than it's showing on the. For example, like this green is very vibrant on the back and it's showing like a dull green. So
Right.
he's a pastel monarch. His head pied.
So John, he's located in Georgia.
Yeah, it's a pretty snake, even with the washout.
Yeah.
No, I mean next time, Holly. I don't know if you can show pictures while we're having. Well, I'm inviting myself for next time. By the way,
Dude, it doesn't matter. You can come on anytime you want. I was going to ask you if you wanted to be part of the Reptile Lounge.
well, that would be awesome.
Yay.
That would be awesome.
Let's pack them in.
So his head pied, and he's a beast. Like he would breed a garden hose. I love and he never stops eating. Like I have some of my males that it's just like they just basically quit eating, and I have some that I'm like, damn, you just bred and you want food.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
one of the guys. Let me show you the red stripe monarch cat clown.
Grab a rainbow.
Oh, I don't have a visual. I have the
dang.
hat. Let me show you the super hurricane.
I really do like rainbow and zebra. Like if I could get into one more, it would be one of those. And I have a hard time picking which one is the one I would do. Good thing I don't need to decide right now because I got too much going on.
Yeah, same here. I've got so many snakes coming in.
I want his
My
chair.
quarantine area is bigger than my
His chair
normal
doesn't
area.
feel comfortable, Jamie. I just want to sink into it, go to sleep. I'm so
I need a better chair for my podcasting. That's a nice chair.
So this is the female. I showed Holly the male before. They're the same. This is a super hurricane hypo hat rainbow. This is the female.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
I
she
like
was
that one.
last time I checked last month, she was at 20 mil. So I'm hoping for anything that comes from them is going to be hypo super hurricane. But 25% of them are going to, hope to God, are going to be super hypo hurricane rainbow.
So on the
They're the
alien,
same genetics.
on
Sorry.
the alien
The same.
heads,
They're the same genetics.
on the other side, look at this alien head. It's just like 3 or 4 alien other side shoved together.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Oh, that's
I was
sick.
telling Holly that when I got the male, the breeder said, I'm not gonna name, but the breeder said that he was tiny. I was like, okay, he's probably like 80, 100 grams. I was like, oh, I'm okay with that. He was 45 grams.
Oh no.
So he shipped me 45 gram snake. And I got him up to size in 1 year. So he is probably 1 kg now, 1,000 grams.
Yeah.
So I was telling Holly, if you get a snake from me, it doesn't matter if it's my holdback, I breed my own rodents. So sometimes the hatchling, if I have an overage of rats, they're going to eat twice a week. So all of my animals that you get from me, they're going to be big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So Dallas is hang on. Let me give a shout out. It's here. The 29th and 30th, Mission Morphs is setting up there. Red Onion will be there. I believe Yeti, he'll be there. I haven't got to talk to him in a minute, but if you can make it, make it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it there just to see my friends and everything, but Mission Morphs is going to be there. Y'all got to go see John and Bridget. Love them. They're amazing breeders. They got some fire animals. So
one of these days I'll vend Dallas. One of these days.
One of these days we're going to both vend Dallas.
And I'll bring you guys drinks.
Yay!
My favorite male is in shad. I'm gonna show him
always
anyway.
happens.
Okay.
And he's like Fanta orange, but he's in shed, and my shitty camera is not gonna show him.
Ooh, nice.
No, you guys have no idea in this animal. He's Fanta orange, I'm telling you. This guy was produced by Bastress. He's GHI red stripe, black pastel, yellow belly, special clown.
Wow.
Do you know which
So
like pastel line it is? If it's just regular or if it's Barnhart?
I asked Troy. He said he doesn't know, but this guy went like look at the, I don't know if it's gonna show, but like the orange comes down to the belly.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that.
I like
But
what GHI and black pastel does with the pattern. It looks really cool.
If you guys want to see, he is on my TikTok. I have a video, and he just had like a fresh shed like that. He's glowing. So imagine with this guy, I just have to put spot nose, and then I'm gonna have a Pompeii special GHI.
Wow.
And I want one.
No, I mean, I'm super excited. He's around 450, but this guy I'm gonna wait longer. I'm not gonna breed him young because I don't want to take any risks.
Right.
Yeah.
This was my most expensive purchase ever.
Right.
And at this age, we cannot. Let's see this guy here. We cannot waste any money. Let's put it this way. Oh, this guy's not gonna look. It's not gonna look good on camera.
Ooh.
It just looks so muted on the camera. He's a pinstripe black pastel OD sunset.
Nice. Pinstripe.
So what
sunset.
a pinstripe black pastel OD sunset. And I have a video of him too, so you can see his true colors, not this brownish sausage that you're looking at the camera.
Just to clarify, Boids are us on TikTok, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Every platform is Boids are us. All I think just YouTube that's spelled out, but the other platforms is Boids are us.
Okay.
So as I was telling you, I want to intertwine all my projects. So I'm doing clown pieds, and I want to have clown pieds with sunset, and I want to add ultramel. And so even though I have a lot of different recessives, I want to not all of them. Some are incompatible, but just like I don't want to put any hypo in monarch, because it's not just like ultramel. They look pretty good. Like I don't know why people put desert ghost with ultramel. It doesn't need desert ghost. It does like hypo, yes, but some genes are not meant to. For example, I saw monarch desert ghost. It just mutes the animal. Like you lose that vibrance in the monarch, for example. Hypo, I never seen hypo monarch, but I've seen the hypo ultramel, and they look awesome.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. I mean,
yeah, I think that's what makes this industry so good, is because we all like different things.
For example, people like it was to me, even though I love monarch, I must tell you, so far, pied ultramel is king. Even though I love monarch, like the vibrancy of colors in monarch, it kind of mutes. So what I'm trying to do with my my monarch pie projects is with dark genes. So I want to do the Suma pie. I want to do just like starting with mahogany. I have a couple of females that I'm growing up, and that would be awesome. Like to see like the dark gene with monarch.
I love dark anything. I'm not a pied fan. So, but like Sammy, for example, he's all about the pied project. I I'm like, nope, that's not for me. So we all love different things, and I think that's what makes us work so well, is because as breeders, we can share our loves and our passions and our what we like, and it just works. So.
Totally agree.
That's
Totally
what's so
agree.
great about the ball python is that there's so many genetics. There's so much of a different palette as far as contrast, color, pattern, all of that you could do a whole lot of stuff with it.
Yep.
For example, people ask like, "Oh, which genes you don't like?" I don't think I have a gene that I don't like. There are genes that I don't work with because they're hard to. For example, bamboo it's a great looking animal, but it's hard to change. It's so overpowering with other genes. Lasser is the same thing. Sometimes you have like ODs, and it doesn't show very clear on Lasser, and you keep putting other genes. It takes a lot of effort to change that pattern and that color. So
yeah, that's just.
But I don't hate on any gene.
I think the bamboo and sunset needs to be done together to see what it's going to do. We don't know that yet.
Exactly. So somebody has to do it, and we are so many that somebody will do it.
Yep.
And I love the bamboo, but there are limitations when it comes to it's in the bell complex. So like I already have other animals in the bell complex. Sometimes you put other stuff and you can't even tell it's in there. But as a gene by itself, I love bamboo. I think it's one of the genes that by itself, or when you put a banana to it, like it changes the color, but I mean you can't do much with the pattern.
Yeah, definitely banana.
Freaking
I love banana.
Jesus.
Well, at least Travis, at least that one you know it's in there.
Yeah.
You don't have to call Holly back to ask what is in the animal.
That's true.
I don't know what the heck it was, but I just could not remember any. So I won it somehow. Somebody won it in an auction, and they
so
were kind enough to
won it, and then he actually donated it to you if you wanted it. So Mike from M&K Exotics was, he's an awesome dude. Him and his wife both. So
yeah, I still gotta reach out to him, send him a picture, and tell him thanks for the bamboo. But no, it's a beautiful snake. I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but I like the. Say it again.
Sunset.
Yeah, I've got some sunset, but I've got to make some first. So that was the thing too, is looking for a banger visual sunset male versus buying the Sanzinia. That was the other thing that was on the plate there. So I forget who had it. Somebody had a visual sunset. What was it? I think it was a red stripe sunset. I can't remember who it was, but
let me put him back because he's about to drop a load.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. We're already over an hour.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Already?
Sunset, Tyler. We'll race to the sunset. I got pet pairings this year too.
Yep. Jamie picked up a female for me, a het sunset, and she has a het sunset male. So we're going to just see what we can mix up and create. So
yeah.
But people hate on some morphs. For example, dark genes don't work on sunset. Forget about it. But think about this. It doesn't work on the sunset by itself. Then you put hypo, or then you put ultramel. Imagine like with a dark gene and ultramel sunset. So you never know. Like that's why I don't hate on people's projects, because they can take it to the next level. Like you never know what's gonna happen. Like until Justin hit the Pompeii, nobody knew like how those 4 incomplete dominants will look like in clown.
Right.
Yep. Bye, Brandon. Have a good night at work.
Yeah, no, good point, Rafael.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on the show, dude.
Oh my God.
The Reptile Lounge, if you want to be in a part of our shenanigans, it's always something funny. So
awesome. Like that's for sure. Like I love to talk about animals and talk other crap as well.
Yeah, we come on once a month with the Reptile Lounge. I had to change it up, so
Awesome.
great to have you in there. And
No,
take
that
care.
will be a pleasure. An
Awesome.
honor, not a pleasure. Let's put it this way.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Jamie, Travis, for your awesome, funny stuff. So we will see you guys next week. Bye.
All right,
Thank
take care,
you.
everybody.
Good
Nice to
see
meet
you
you,
guys.
Rafael.
Thank you again.